Did you know a single sleep mistake could be silently raising your blood pressure? Every night, especially after 60? It's true. What seems like a harmless bedtime habit could actually be forcing your heart to work overtime, leaving you at risk for strokes, heart disease, and even sudden nighttime emergencies. And here's the shocking part. Most seniors don't even realize they're making this mistake because it happens while they're simply trying to rest. But don't worry, in this video, you're about to discover the #1 sleep mistake that silently drives blood pressure higher after 60. And more importantly, the simple fix you can start using tonight to protect your heart, improve your rest, and wake up feeling stronger and more energized in the morning. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and think. Have you ever woken up after what should have been a full night of sleep, but still felt tired, groggy, or even noticed your blood pressure creeping higher when you checked it in the morning? If so, you're not alone. Thousands of seniors experience this every single day, but very few know why. That's why this video is so important. Because the mistake we're talking about isn't just about sleep comfort. It's about giving your body the chance to recover, repair, and reset, something your heart desperately needs after 60. And here's the good news: fixing this mistake doesn't require expensive medication, complicated devices, or sleepless nights of worry. It comes down to one simple adjustment in your bedtime routine, one that doctors say can help lower blood pressure naturally, improve circulation, and even add healthier years to your life. So stay with me until the end, because by the time we're done, you'll not only know exactly what this mistake is, but also how to correct it starting tonight. And I'll share a few extra senior-friendly tips that can make your sleep more restorative and your mornings more energized. Before we dive in, let me ask you this. Do you usually fall asleep with the TV on? Or do you often go to bed much later than you planned? If so, this video will hit home for you. In fact, I'd love to hear in the comments. What's your biggest struggle with sleep these days? Is it falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early? Share your experience below, because you're not alone, and your story could help another senior who's going through the exact same challenge. All right, let's get started and uncover the dangerous sleep mistake that's quietly raising blood pressure for so many seniors over 60, and the easy fix you can use to finally take control of your nights and your heart health. High blood pressure isn't just about salt, stress, or what you eat. For many seniors, the real problem is happening while they sleep, silently, without them even knowing. See, when we're younger, our blood pressure naturally dips at night. That's our body's way of giving the heart a break. But after 60, things start to change. For millions of older adults, that nighttime dip never happens. Instead, blood pressure stays high, sometimes even rising when it should be dropping. And that's dangerous, really dangerous, because this hidden rise is what doctors call nighttime hypertension. It doesn't wake you up. It doesn't always cause pain, but it puts extra strain on your heart and blood vessels. Hour after hour, while you think you're resting peacefully. Here's the emotional truth: nighttime hypertension is one of the strongest predictors of heart attacks, strokes, and heart failure in seniors. Not because it feels dramatic in the moment, but because it builds silently over months and years, weakening the very organ that keeps you alive. Now imagine this. You go to bed thinking you're doing the right thing, trying to get a full night's sleep. But instead of healing, your body is fighting. Your heart is pumping harder than it should. Your arteries are under pressure. And by the time morning comes, you don't feel refreshed. You feel tired, groggy, maybe even a little dizzy. You check your blood pressure, and it's higher than yesterday. Sound familiar? If you've ever woken up after what seemed like 7 or 8 hours of rest and still felt exhausted, or noticed your morning blood pressure readings creeping up, you are not alone. In fact, thousands of seniors are experiencing the same thing right now, and many don't even realize their sleep habits are a key reason why. And here's the frustrating part. Most doctors don't always explain this clearly. They'll tell you to watch your salt, exercise more, or take medication, all important steps. But they might not mention that your sleep routine is quietly making or breaking your blood pressure control. That's why this matters, because it's not just about getting more sleep. It's about getting the right kind of sleep, the kind that allows your heart to relax, your vessels to recover, and your body to reset for another day. Think of your heart like a car engine. If you never turn it off, it wears out faster. The same is true for your body. Nighttime is supposed to be the engine's rest period. But if you're making the wrong sleep choices, you're forcing it to keep revving all night long. And the cost? Higher risks of morning headaches, irregular heartbeat, memory problems, and the kinds of cardiovascular events that change lives forever. So let me ask you directly, have you ever noticed that even after a full night in bed, you wake up feeling unrefreshed? Maybe you feel sluggish in the morning. Maybe you need coffee just to function. Or maybe you've noticed your blood pressure is always worse first thing in the day. If that's you, drop a comment below. Say yes if this sounds like your experience. Because believe me, you are not alone. And opening up might help another senior recognize what's happening in their own life. Here's the truth, the dangerous sleep mistake we're about to reveal is one of the least talked about, but most impactful health challenges seniors face after 60, and correcting it could mean the difference between waking up drained and waking up ready to enjoy your golden years with more strength, energy, and peace of mind. That's why in just a moment, we're going to break down the number one sleep mistake raising blood pressure for seniors, and the easy fix you can start using tonight to finally give your heart the rest it deserves. So what exactly is this dangerous mistake that's raising blood pressure for so many seniors? Here it is, sleeping at the wrong time and in the wrong way. For many people over 60, the bedtime routine slowly shifts without them even realizing it. Maybe you've gotten into the habit of staying up late, falling asleep in front of the TV, or taking long naps during the day because you feel tired. On the surface, it seems harmless. After all, sleep is sleep, right? But in reality, this irregular pattern quietly disrupts your natural body clock, known as the circadian rhythm. And when your circadian rhythm gets out of sync, your body no longer knows when it's supposed to rest and when it's supposed to be active. Instead of lowering blood pressure at night, the way a healthy system should, your body stays in daytime mode. Stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline stay higher than they should. Your blood vessels remain tight, and your blood pressure never gets the chance to dip. Think about it this way. Your heart is like a hard-working pump. During the day, it pushes blood with more force to keep you alert and moving. At night, it's supposed to ease off, rest, and recharge. But if you're sending it mixed signals, bright lights from the TV, irregular bedtimes, naps that confuse your sleep drive, that pump keeps working over time, even while you're lying in bed. And over time, that constant pressure adds up to real damage. Here's what's even more concerning. Research shows that seniors who don't get a nighttime blood pressure dip are at a significantly higher risk of heart attacks and strokes. It's not just about how much you sleep, it's about when and how you sleep. Now, I want you to reflect for a moment. Do you often fall asleep with the television on? Maybe you drift off in a chair, then wake up hours later to crawl into bed. Or perhaps you tell yourself, I'll just take a quick nap, only to wake up 2 hours later in the afternoon, wide awake and unable to fall asleep at night. If that sounds familiar, you might be guilty of this exact mistake. And that's okay, because you're not alone. Millions of seniors do the same thing. In fact, let's make this fun. Quick question. Do you fall asleep with the TV on? If yes, type guilty in the comments. You might be surprised at how many others admit the same thing. But here's the kicker. This isn't just about tired mornings. This pattern has a ripple effect across your entire health. Poor sleep timing can raise nighttime blood pressure, increase your risk of irregular heartbeat, disrupt blood sugar balance, and even affect memory and mood. It's one of the biggest hidden reasons why so many seniors wake up exhausted, even after spending 7 or 8 hours in bed. The truth is, those hours don't always count if your body clock is off. And this is why it's called the dangerous sleep mistake, because it feels so ordinary, napping, late nights, dozing with the TV, but over time, it quietly works against your heart. The good news? Once you recognize it, you can change it. And with just a few small adjustments, you can reset your sleep rhythm, lower your blood pressure naturally, and give your heart the nightly rest it's been missing. In just a moment, I'll walk you through the exact steps to fix this mistake. Practical, senior-friendly tips that you can start using tonight. These aren't complicated, and they don't require fancy equipment. Just small changes that deliver big results for your heart health. So stay with me, because the fix is simpler than you think, and it might just be the key to protecting your heart, boosting your energy, and finally waking up refreshed again. Now that we know the mistake, let's talk about the fix, because the good news is, This is something you can control. With just a few simple steps, you can help your body reset its rhythm, lower nighttime blood pressure, and finally give your heart the rest it needs. Here are 4 powerful, senior-friendly strategies you can start using tonight. Step 1. Set a consistent bedtime. Your body thrives on rhythm, even more so after 60. Think of it like your favorite old clock. If you wind it at different times every day, it starts to lose accuracy. But if you keep it on a schedule, it stays reliable. The same is true for your heart and blood pressure. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, yes, even on weekends, helps your body anticipate rest. Over time, this trains your nervous system to naturally lower blood pressure at night. Start simple. Pick a bedtime and stick to it within 30 minutes each night. You'll be surprised how quickly your body adjusts when it knows what to expect. Step 2. Avoid screens before bed. Now, this one is tough for many of us, turning off the TV, phone, or tablet before bed. But here's why it matters. These screens give off something called blue light. That light tells your brain, it's daytime. Stay alert, even if it's midnight. When your brain thinks it's still daytime, your body produces less melatonin, that's your sleep hormone, and instead keeps stress hormones, like cortisol active. The result? Higher blood pressure, racing thoughts, and restless sleep. So here's a practical tip. Try a screen curfew. About 1 hour before bed, shut down the electronics and switch to something calming. Maybe a book, soft music, or quiet prayer. This gives your body the signal. It's time to wind down, and your blood pressure will thank you for it. Step 3. Practice relaxation. Have you ever noticed how your mind races when you lie down? Worries, to-do lists, even little memories can keep you awake. That's not just annoying, it's dangerous. Because when your mind is stressed, your body stays tense, and your blood pressure stays higher. The fix? A few minutes of intentional relaxation. This could be slow breathing, gentle stretching, or even saying a short prayer. For example, try this tonight. Breathe in deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2 seconds, then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat that 5 times. You'll feel your body relax almost instantly, and your heart rate will begin to slow. Remember, rest isn't just physical, it's emotional too. Giving your mind a moment of peace before bed lowers those nighttime stress hormones and creates the perfect environment for your heart to recharge. Step 4. Check your sleep position. Here's one most seniors never think about. The way you position yourself in bed can directly affect your blood pressure and circulation. Sleeping on your back may cause snoring or even mild sleep apnea, which makes it harder to breathe and puts strain on your heart. Instead, try sleeping on your side with proper support. A good pillow between your knees and under your head. This simple change can improve airflow, reduce snoring, and take pressure off your heart. It may sound small, but for many seniors, this adjustment alone leads to deeper, more refreshing sleep. Now, I know this might feel like a lot at once, but you don't need to be perfect. Even trying just one of these tonight can make a noticeable difference. Maybe you decide to turn off the TV a little earlier, or you set a bedtime and commit to it, or you try that simple breathing exercise before your head hits the pillow. The point is, small, consistent changes add up, and every night you give your heart the chance to truly rest. You're lowering your risk of dangerous blood pressure spikes and protecting yourself for the years ahead. Imagine how good it would feel to wake up rested, with steady blood pressure, ready to enjoy your day instead of dragging through it. That's what's possible when you fix this one dangerous mistake. And in just a moment, I'll show you how making this small shift in your routine can do more than protect your heart. It can improve your energy, mood, and even your memory. So stay with me. Take a moment and imagine this with me. You wake up in the morning, sunlight peeking through the curtains. You stretch, yawn, and actually feel rested. You check your blood pressure, and instead of that worrying high number, you see a calm, steady reading. No pounding in your chest, no dizzy spells, just peace. That's what a good night's sleep, the right kind of sleep, can do for you. It's not just about lowering blood pressure. It's about reclaiming your mornings, your energy, and your confidence in your health. Too often, we tell ourselves, well, I'm older now. Feeling tired is just part of it. But the truth is, you don't have to accept fatigue, restless nights, or creeping blood pressure as the price of aging. Yes, our bodies change after 60, Yes, sleep becomes more fragile, but with small, intentional changes, you can still give your heart the rest it needs and enjoy the freedom of better days. And here's the reassurance I want you to hold on to. It is never too late to protect your heart. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 80, your body is still capable of healing, adjusting, and thriving. Every night of proper rest you give yourself is like a gift, lowering strain on your heart, clearing your mind, and helping you wake up ready to live, not just survive. Think of the possibilities. Imagine having the energy to enjoy that morning walk, play with your grandkids, garden in the sunshine, or take a trip you've been putting off because of constant fatigue. Imagine living your golden years with vitality and not fear. That's not just a dream, it's within reach. But here's the important part. It starts with you making the choice. The choice to prioritize your sleep, to care for your heart, and to believe that your best years are still ahead. Now, I want to hear from you, because this community is stronger when we share. What's your biggest sleep challenge right now? Is it falling asleep at night? Staying asleep without tossing and turning? Or waking up too early before you're ready? Type your answer in the comments. You'll quickly see that you're not the only one facing it. In fact, you might even pick up helpful tips from other seniors who have found solutions. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. We're all here to support each other. The truth is, a strong heart isn't just built on medicine or exercise. It's built on small, daily habits that give your body the chance to restore itself. And of all those habits, fixing your sleep is one of the most powerful steps you can take after 60. So if you've been discouraged, or if you've told yourself that it's too late, let me gently remind you, your story isn't over. You still have time to rewrite it. You still have the power to wake up each morning with peace, energy, and hope. And when you do, you won't just feel better, you'll live better. And that's what you deserve. If you found this tip helpful, imagine what else you'll discover in our other videos. At Senior Sense, everything we share is created with you in mind, doctor-backed, senior-focused advice designed to keep you strong, sharp, and independent after 60. Because here's the truth, small, everyday changes add up to a longer, healthier life. And every week, we bring you practical tips that are simple to follow, proven to work, and tailored for the unique challenges seniors face. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by all the confusing health information out there, you don't have to go through it alone. By subscribing, you're not just joining a channel, you're joining a community of seniors who are protecting their health, supporting each other, and choosing to age with strength, wisdom, and dignity. Think of it this way, your health is your greatest investment, and every video we create is like a deposit into that account, one that pays you back with more energy, more peace of mind, and more years to enjoy the life you love. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button. And don't forget to tap the bell icon. That way, you won't miss any of the heart-protecting, life-extending tips we have lined up for you. And here's my final word for you. Today, don't let a simple mistake steal your health. You now know the truth about sleep and blood pressure, and you have the power to fix it. Starting tonight, protect your rest, protect your heart, and your future self will thank you. Your best years aren't behind you. They're still ahead, and together, we're going to make sure they're lived in health, joy, and freedom.